Hi, my name is Justin Latimer, and I'm going to show you a Medieval 2 Total War battle replay. This one is Denmark against the Huns. I haven't played Denmark against anybody online for this because the Danes are very much an infantry-heavy faction, and I quite like my cavalry. But the Danes have some really good infantry, and different tactics will have to be used to win with them. Let's take a look at my army here. Looks like a little village off in the distance over there. Initially, I'm trying to find a place to hide my Huscarls in the woods over here, because the Huscarls are decent cavalry, but the best thing they have going for them is they have a bonus against armor. I was planning on, if I could hide these guys, I could save them in reserve and use them when I absolutely needed them, and that would maximize their usefulness. They have decent defense, they have good attack. The only thing they really lack is they're not really good on a charge. But they're going to back up my general, and they're going to form my cavalry component for this battle. Meanwhile, I have some light cavalry with my mounted crossbowmen, and my mounted crossbowmen will prove to be incredibly useful. Fast-moving units that are decent in combat as light cavalry. Of course, my infantry are going to play a pretty big role in this. I brought 2 units of arquebusiers, and there are 2 units of sword-staff militia behind them, and they're armored in plate. I've also brought 2 units of Norse archers, and I've brought 3 units of Obuschatter, these halberdiers that can march in spear wall formation. My Danish infantry component is rounded out with 2 units of Norse axemen. Here they are. These guys have a lot of attack.
Our men are under attack. We must act now.
So my opponent has marched some hussars around my back. I'm going to counterattack with my Huscarls because I'm confident that my heavy cavalry will be able to beat this lighter cavalry. My general will fight 1 unit of the hussars. And the Huscarls, both of them will fight another unit of the hussars. Meanwhile, my infantry are going to advance closer on the enemy's position. One of my opponent's mistakes, I believe, is pulling out these battlefield assassins far too soon. I would have never known he had them if he hadn't moved them. Also, I wouldn't have recommended bringing battlefield assassins. If you're not going to use them for an ambush, they're kind of wasted. As infantry, they're very good. But I have a whole army here.
Our men are under attack. We need to act.
My opponent's archers are not particularly good. He has brought some Bosnian archers. They have some decent defense, but their attack is not particularly good. Their melee attack is not particularly good either. The only thing they have going for them is the fact they bring a little shield, which makes them a little bit more defensible. So I marched my axemen against the battlefield assassins. They're doing pretty well. I'm going to back up my Huscarls. I'm going to send more axemen to tie down some of these battlefield assassins. And my infantry are slowly marching in. I got smacked in the face with a halberd. So far, my infantry's doing a pretty good job. Their ranks are staying pretty tight. The Hungarians are not able to get through my army. And you'd expect that with a spear wall army. Hungarians have brought some of their own in the form of this halberd militia. I'm getting outflanked out here, but I'm hoping on outflanking my opponent down here. I'm gonna march my Norse archers into battle because they're very good as infantry. I've repositioned my arquebusiers in the hill on the side of the enemy's formation. My infantry are holding up, so this will be able to ease the burden on my infantry. Some of my Norse axemen are routing now. They're now down to 5 men. So the battlefield assassins have done quite a bit of damage to them. I'm going to keep marching my mounted crossbowmen in to assist as light cavalry and pulling them back to shoot into the flanks. Meanwhile, my general is trying to assist on the flanks out here. It's not going so well. My Huscarls are routing. Get some good open shots on these battlefield assassins. This unit's down to about 9 men.
Lord,
This one over here is down to about 16. Battlefield assassin units are smaller to begin with. I marched my general out to this section because I wanted him to inspire the troops. I figured this is the most important flank. My mounted crossbowmen actually just killed some Popeye spearmen by charging them in the back. My Obuschadter are turning this battle around as well. Some of the battlefield assassins are routing. I'm going to charge some of the routers to make sure that they don't reform.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I've also charged the battlefield assassins that were fighting my army over here. They're now broken. can see here I'm charging infantry units which are engaged with my troops. My Oberstdorfer nearly got completely encircled, but my mounted crossbowmen are able to charge the back of the unit fighting them. This unit of Oberstdorfer down to 13 men is still holding up against the Hungarians. And the Hungarian general has just been killed. My mounted crossbowmen are going in for another charge. I'm just going to keep repeating this. You can see that the battle has gotten a lot smaller now. I've moved the arquebusters up so that they'd still be within range. And the units that are still fighting are these chivalric knights. As you can see though, they are encircled. My bodyguard is charging the back, and my infantry are engaging the fronts.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
And there we are, a victory for the Danes. It was a pretty bloody battle though. I don't have a lot of men left. But I have more, and I guess that's what counts. I deployed 841 men against my opponent's Sniper Wolf's 716. I lost 497, where my opponent lost 646. Men remaining, 344 and 70 for my opponent. Enemies killed, I killed 488, captured 152, and my opponent killed 554 and captured 8. General's bodyguard managed to take down 57 men. My Huscarls managed to take down 37 and 31. So overall, my heavy cavalry did pretty well. My mounted crossbowmen, one unit managed to take down 86 men, and the other took down 44. 86 being very high. My mounted crossbowmen proved themselves to be very valuable in this battle. My Oberstdorfer took down 28, 28, and 22. They could have done better, but I think that they did their job very well by holding the line. Very competent infantry. And my Sword Staff militia did very well as well with 22 and 15. The Oberstdorfer doing better, but they're a much more expensive unit. Norris Archers 20, 19, and 15, with one unit getting 26. And one of the arquebuster units, which flanked around the enemy and pretty much avoided most of the battle, managed to take down 25 men, and the other took down 13. And for me, the most important unit of the battle, I feel, was my light cavalry with my mounted crossbowmen. The Danes are not well known for cavalry, so they proved to be a very useful auxiliary force for the Danes. The main force of your army is probably still going to depend on your infantry, but infantry working with cavalry and light cavalry and archers and missiles working together will give you victory. The arquebusters do not have a ton of range. Arquebusters have about the same range as a archer, but I think they proved to be pretty useful in this battle, and that's because the battle, I was lucky enough to have it take place near this ridge where they could come and sit and just peacefully take shots at the enemy while the battle went on. Even if the enemy had turned some attention to them, they would have been protected by these trees. Good game to my opponent Sniper Wolf. It was a very long, fought out battle, and I had a lot of fun. Thank you for watching.